I will be transparent and say my bottom growth has reached about 3 inches on a good day. What's up, guys? I'm going to put y'all on game. If you are somebody like me who is experiencing a decent amount of bottom growth as either a trans man or a non-binary person, keep watching because this video is for you. And then after I talk about all of this, I do want to take you guys on a little vlog again because I did make some vlogs recently and you guys seem to like them. So I have to return these plates. If you saw my 2 last vlogs, you know what is happening with this. But yeah, we got to take care of those and just kind of see where the day takes us. But y'all probably want to know more about this. So I have officially cracked the code in finding boxers that work perfectly for bottom growth situations. I've been dealing with bottom growth pretty much 4 months into being on testosterone, and it's kind of just done its own thing ever since. And I would say bottom growth is honestly a blessing and a curse. It just depends how you look at it. If you are somebody who deals with dysphoria down there, bottom growth is a blessing, but it does have its problems, and this is one of them. And it took me almost 9 years being on T to figure it out. Well, with my girlfriend's help. But that's what I wanted to discuss today because I know it could be very helpful for a lot of people out there because there's not that much information on anatomy for trans people. Now, if you are family or friends or anyone that is uncomfortable with anatomy terminology, then I suggest you leave right now. Alright, so I will be transparent and say my bottom growth has reached about 3 inches on a good day, depending on how aroused I am or like how fast my heartbeat is pumping the blood and doing all that. Because in reality, bottom growth, it's nothing more than just your clitoris being activated by the testosterone and more blood flow is going down there to lengthen it pretty much. And I'm no doctor, so I'm just speaking in a way that I understand, and hopefully you guys understand it too. But yeah, it's nothing more than just your clitoris growing into a micro penis, and that's exactly what it looks like. But mine has got to about 3 inches at this point, and it's at an awkward stage because my anatomy is not fully female, and it's also not fully male. It's kind of both, and obviously there's not a lot of companies that advocate or support this kind of situation. So it's a struggle, and it's something you kind of have to navigate on your own, and that's what I did. So with me, I will just use my finger as reference to my bottom growth, but because I still have technically female genitalia, with my growth and with the way my clit grew out and grew to a micro penis, it now sits between the labias. And again, my terminology is so horrible. I'm no doctor, so please, if I'm saying anything wrong, don't be afraid to correct me down in the comments. But the labia is what connects downwards to your clitoris or your growth. And what happens is, unfortunately, it doesn't go completely out and get extremely erect to where it can do all this, but it gets erect enough to where it pretty much sits like this, and the labias are connected, so it can't go any higher. It just kind of does that. And so it doesn't just grow when you're aroused and in the moment when it should be happening. It happens all throughout the day, just depending on how your blood flow is going through your body. And for me, a lot of times it happens at work, it happens when I'm out and about, and I chafe a lot. My thighs chafe, everything down there chafes because there's just not a lot of room. And when it's aroused or when it's lifted up, my boxers tend to go like this. And when I work out a lot, so when I'm running, when I'm squatting, any type of extra movement, it's super uncomfortable to the point where I'll literally, that bird is going to be the death of me. So what I was saying is it'll literally chafe, and the head of the now micro penis will go like this. And it'll just rub like that all day to the point where the tip of the head can get raw. So with the micro penis, to give a better reference, yes, it is still technically a clitoris. kind of how everybody's body starts to begin with, but that's a biology conversation. But it pretty much no longer looks like what you would expect a clitoris to look like. It starts to look like the head of a penis. And it has the foreskin and all that moves and does all that fancy stuff. So, with the foreskin being semi-pushed back off of the head, when it's rubbing, the head is super sensitive. So when it's constantly rubbing on my underwear all day long, I'm ready to pull my hair out, honestly. So, I've hacked the system. And I know everybody's heard of Hanes. Hanes you can find everywhere. You can find them at Target, you can find them at Walmart, you can find it on Amazon, and their prices are pretty affordable because they come in packs of 3 or 5 and usually only run you like 20 to 30 bucks at most. The reason these are so special for someone with the situation I got going on is because, for one, I don't know, let me know down in the comments, trans guys, non-binary folk, if you guys are like me. I like having the little peeky hole. That's what I call it. I tell my girlfriend, like, hey, can you go buy me some peeky hole boxers? That's just how I call it. But I like it because it's super convenient for when I'm using an STP and stuff, and just kind of, I don't know, it's like euphoric. Don't ask, it just is. But not only that, but what supports the bottom growth. This is the important part. It has a built-in pouch. Mind you, these are brand new underwear, don't worry. Relax. But it has this pouch right here, and this is the important part for the bottom growth. The reason it's important is because it has this little, like, part right here. I don't know what it would be called, but it has like a little pocket. And the pocket is just big enough. Remember, my finger is equivalent to my bottom growth. The way it sits, it doesn't sit directly out unless I'm squatting, then it can really stick out, but it kind of puckers out like that. And so when I squat or bend or whatever, it gets trapped. And it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't rub anymore on here. It just tucks in here and minds its business. And that's what I needed. That is exactly what I needed. And that's what y'all need if you got the same situation that I do. But I swear by these. Now I will say, there are boxers from trans-friendly companies and trans-owned companies, and I do strongly suggest supporting them. I'm not saying to just back away from trans-owned companies that sell packing boxers and all of those, because there are a lot of packing boxers. I actually have one. There are a lot of packing boxers that also have this. Maybe not for the idea that I'm talking about, but for your packer to kind of sit in. So, there are boxers like these at trans companies, but the thing is, they can be more expensive because there's such a high demand for the trans community and really just anyone. There's such a high demand for them, so they have to make their prices a lot more expensive. And if you're someone who can't afford things like that, or you can't afford to buy 5, 6, 7 pairs, because let's be realistic, you're not going to wear one pair all week. If you are, sorry, I'm judging you, that's disgusting. You need more than one pair, so that's where these come in. Buy 1 or 2 pairs to support the companies, and because, let's face it, the trans boxers that are out there on like trans websites are awesome, and I have quite a few, but pair that with some of these, where you can get through the whole week and not just rely on 1 or 2 of the same pair of boxers. These do the same thing, and you can get them a lot cheaper. They'll just help divide out the week, so you have multiple pairs. But these specifically, if you want to know what they are the Comfort Flex Fit boxers. I got a size large. I technically wear a medium, but mediums for me are like more like fitting. But for this style, I prefer large so that they're a little baggier, so that this pocket isn't like snug to me, because then I might run into the same issue of having, okay, now my growth is in tight underwear, and now I'm like doing this all day. So I like the size large. To reference, I wear a size 30-30 in like pants, jeans, and I wear a medium in shorts, if that kind of helps anybody, and I'm about 5'5". So, yeah. Y'all go run and get some of these. I'm pretty sure Hanes isn't the only company that makes them. You don't even have to look up the brand Hanes, just look up Comfort Flex Fit, and you'll find boxers with the inside looking like this. Quick little fit check. Pants, American Eagle. Boots, Boot Barn. Shirt, I have absolutely no idea. Hat, not a clue. It's gonna be like 60 degrees out today, so I wanted to wear pants, but I don't think I need a hoodie. And yeah, let me know down in the comments. What's up, Ripley? Let me know down in the comments if you like the fit. I don't wanna go to work on my day off. This better be like 2 minutes long. But on the plus side of things, I do get to clock in, so however long I'm there, I do get paid for it. So that's nice, I guess. Still don't want to go. I'm the type of person at work where if you don't talk to me, I'm not talking to you. Like, I don't care to go out of my way to meet people because I hate to sound rude, but I'm there to get paid. I'm not there to make friends. Although getting along with people is nice, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to go out of my way to find friendship in the workplace.
In the medical plan, if you enroll in it, you do have access to teledoc, and this is a virtual.
So that meeting was very stupid, but at least I got paid to go. Just a reminder how immature some of my coworkers are. There was one part, so the meeting, just to give you a little brief, the meeting was about like benefits and medical, dental, all that good stuff. And there was one part where they were explaining how they even cover for same-sex domestic partnerships. And of course, everybody had to like do their little corny giggle, and it's just like, y'all are so immature. And mind you, the people that were laughing were like 50 years old. I have no idea which one to get, guys. Probably this. Y'all gotta know where I went. Cause this morning it was a lot. I did a lot in a little bit of time, so it's only fair I treat myself with. Can I get a Bahama Mama smoothie with no coconut?
Alright, what else for you?
And can you add protein powder in that?
Do you want whey or pea protein?
Whey. Guys, look at my Cash App card. It's so cutesy. It's always so awkward waiting. Because I don't want to like stare at the window and make it seem like I'm rushing them. I got my Bahama Mama. My Bahama Mama. Guys, I'm so weird. Tastes like summer. I mean, I know you guys heard, but I got the Bahama Mama, and it's got strawberry, pineapple, white chocolate, and then it usually has coconut, but I don't like coconut. And then I add whey protein just to get some protein in. Yeah, let me know if you guys try out the little underwear hack that I was telling you, if it applies. I'd love to know if it works for other people too. I really think it's beneficial to kind of find creative ways to handle a situation that's not often talked about enough. But yeah, and then I hope you guys enjoyed the little bit of the morning vlog I had running errands and just going through some of the normal things I do in life, because I don't just sit and scroll on TikTok and do dances. Like, I have a life. And some of you guys made a good point. You like to see some positive things in trans people's lives, because right now it's, unfortunately, there's just so much negativity with everything going on in the country as a trans person. And although it's important to stay up to date with that stuff, I'm not saying to pretend it doesn't exist, because we need to be aware and alert, but it's also nice to see some positives. Even though we're going through all this, I still live a very fulfilling life as a trans person. I live a very happy life with my family, and although a lot of things are happening, I still make the best out of it. I refuse to live in pity. I refuse to live in sorrow, in victim mentality. I personally, I can't do it. I want people to know that there's other ways to cope. At the end of the day, stuff's gonna happen around us whether we want it to or not. And I'm not gonna allow that to stop my life, because my life is still going to continue, and I'm still gonna live my best authentic self as much as I can. and this is how I do it. So if I can kind of share an experience like that and make other people realize, like, okay, the world is not ending, then I'm gonna do that. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this one right here. It talks about all of the initial bottom growth stuff that I went through personally and what you could possibly expect for your journey. And as always, I love y'all, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.